Hey there, Chris. It's April 17th, Friday.
Fiction Friday.
Although it'll probably be Saturday by the time this gets up.
But I promise you I'm not lying.
Where I come from, it's Friday. Roll intro.
Videobloggery.
My last video didn't have the intro, so we're gonna do that again just to make up for it. Roll intro again.
Videobloggery. So Chris,
You posted a video.
excellent job. You know, you're probably gonna need to make your own intro. Like some sort of variation on mine.
Or, something entirely new.
Which will probably blow mine out of the water.
Since you've got more musical talent in your left pinky.
Than I have in all my fingers.
So yeah, your own intro, get on it. In fact, I think there are a lot of ground rules about this blog that we need to work out. But that can wait until the end of the video.
Because right now you're wondering something.
What does he mean by Fiction Friday?
Well, I'll tell you.
Last night I happened to win the fiction category in my school's poetry, prose, poem, and fiction contest.
Oh, no need to applaud.
And I did a reading for my story, and people really liked it.
So I figured maybe I should read to the world.
The YouTube world.
So I'm going to read what I read last night,
Which is the opening of my short story, Falling Dominoes.
Hope you enjoy it. Falling Dominoes, a short story.
Once again, I find myself sitting at a table in a restaurant across from a gorgeous woman.
And once again, she's smart.
And funny, and all of that.
Okay,
Maybe I'm not being entirely fair to her.
she really is something.
In fact, she's probably the best that Beth has managed to come up with since she first started trying to pair me up with her friends and friends of friends.
And that's saying something.
Because Beth is a good judge of character, and she wants what's best for her little brother.
And our friends are great girls, all of them. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty lucky.
but when it isn't gonna work out, it isn't gonna work out.
And it isn't gonna work out.
I just don't see myself in her future.
And that hurts.
Because, seriously,
This one is a catch.
gorgeous brunette,
Great smile.
fantastic body too.
And I heartily approve of what that dress is doing for it.
And this girl
Amy.
is going places.
She will be a star.
She's really witty, so it's a shame I'm not the best audience.
She apologizes every time my laugh's not exactly what it's supposed to be.
I'm funnier on stage.
She assures me.
Conversation, not so much. If that's true, then you must be amazing.
I say, but I guess my sincerity doesn't show.
She thinks I'm bored. Okay, fair. I am a bit bored.
But it's not her conversation skills. It's just that a lot of the joy has gone out of the whole dating thing recently.
You get to be our age, and dating is really about
Looking for something.
and I know neither of us is gonna find it tonight.
She's looking to find a nice guy that she can settle down with, so she can give up the small-time stand-up comedy scene and take a stab at the real world. Beth's words, not hers.
Either way, I know that's not going to happen.
An important agent will notice her and fall for her, and then the big gigs will really start. There'll be a whole lot of buzz about this rising star who's been setting the LA scene on fire, which will lead to national exposure when she gets a 1-hour special on Comedy Central.
From there, it's like a row of falling dominoes.
The second special, then the third, then the album,
Then the spot on SNL.
then the short-lived but critically acclaimed sketch comedy show, then the hit sitcom based on her own life with her agent and their 2 kids,
Then Celebrity Big Brother.
to try to boost her flagging career
Then the tabloid exposure.
of the affair with the has-been rap artist she'll meet there, then divorcing her former agent and marrying the rap artist, then marital bliss, then cancer.
See? Dominoes.
But tonight is not one of those dominoes.
Not for her.
And not for me.
I won't find anything lasting here.
I'm not even getting laid tonight. Not by her anyway.
And you know what?
I'm fine with that.
Over the past 3 years, I've come to terms with the fact that just because I can see people's futures,
Doesn't mean I can do anything about it.
there are some things you cannot change.
For instance, anything.
That is a thing you cannot change.
It's obnoxious.
And sometimes
More than that.
it keeps me up at night.
Yesterday, in traffic,
I heard a voice call out,
"Hey, move it, asshole!" And just by hearing his voice for a second, I knew that he was going to be stabbed next week.
I wasn't sure if it was going to come through it okay.
But I wasn't keen to find out.
So I rolled up the window. If I don't hear the voice,
I don't know a thing. To be continued. Yeah, that's the first bit of the story.
if people want to hear more of it.
Then I might do another Fiction Friday next week.
But before I end this blog,
I want to talk about rules.
for you and I, or you and me,
I know that, like me, you've recently become a fan of the Vlogbrothers. If there's anyone watching who's never seen the Vlogbrothers, then you probably should check them out. I'll put a link over there. And as you may know, they have certain rules about who has to post when, and what sort of thing they have to post, and what sort of penalty is exacted if they fail.
now I'm not saying we should get that rigid.
But I do think there should be a deadline,
So here's what I'm going to propose.
and you can agree or disagree.
But I think at the end of each one of our videos, we should make up deadlines for each other, telling each other when our next videos are expected by.
Giving each other at least a few days, and if one of us happens to miss a deadline,
But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
and if there's a really good reason we can't meet the deadline,
Then we can appeal for an extension.
in advance. I think all the videos should be longer than 1 minute, but no longer than 5. So technically this video would break the rules,
Being over 5 minutes.
but these rules don't really exist yet.
So there we are. I think these are fair rules, do you?
Let me know know in your video response.
I'm planning on doing another Fiction Friday next week.
So, I'd really like to see your next video by Wednesday, April 22nd.
But obviously, since we haven't agreed to these terms yet,
That's not legally binding. Just highly recommended.
either way, I'm going to try to post a video on Friday. Also,
I'm not going to post your videos on tom.net.
but I am going to post links to them.
Because the people need to know.
And that's about all for this video bloggery. So tell me what you think of the story,
Post the video by Wednesday if you can.
and please remember,
Have a nice breakfast.
you deserve it.